Hey guys, welcome back. Let me know if you guys can hear me fine. Is the sound good? Just give me a thumbs up if it's all good. Good. All right, let's see. So, let's see what transpired. All right, so guys, so let me take all this off. All right, so we did say because we saw this nice trending move, we could see some sideways action. This is exactly what's happening here. So this might potentially be what's going to happen this session. Up and down, up and down. So look, I don't know if we're going to see any good trades, but we're here and we open for opportunity. This is exactly, this big push up, consolidate, creating something like a bull flag. All these highs, liquidity, and or maybe it's forming a triangle, contracting type of pattern to then do something tomorrow when we've got NFP. If I'm not mistaken, I think the market will close early tomorrow due to Easter and stuff like that. So I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is let me just see news. Sorry, I just want to see what time Forex Factory, the time 8:30. Maybe I should trade from 8:30. No, we'll have to wait. I just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow with this NFP. Is NFP going to do its move at 8:30 and then nothing happens at market open, or wait for 8:30, 9:30 to make its move? Don't know. All right, so it doesn't matter. Just keep an eye on my YouTube channel and see what time I'm scheduling the live session for. It's either going to be 8:30 or 9:30. I'll have a look at what the market looks like, during Asia and London, and then I'll see. All right, so on the hour, we did inverse this fair value gap, this big one here, but we also ran liquidity there. Now it's pulling back, so I don't know if we're going to see this pullback, through the rest of the afternoon. But what I'll do is, let's see if there's a scalp somewhere in between for us. Now I can't see my indicators not on here. Right, okay, well, we'll read price. We'll see. Let's start here and see what we can read from this. All right, so liquidity grab here, break of structure here, break of structure, and is this liquidity? Maybe liquidity up here. See, there's another little structure break there. So maybe we see a little bit of a push up here to this level. Let's see. 20. Let's see if we can take a 10-pointer here. See if we can do that. Okay, there's a little bit of a equal high around there. I'm just looking at these two highs. This is on a 1 minute. Let's see if we can get it. Nothing A plus here, guys. Absolutely nothing A plus here. Was a bit late on this trade. Should have entered here in the middle range. It doesn't matter. This is just for, you know, educational purposes here. Okay. Someone is on a long here. Don't know where you entered. But I'm also long. So okay. So let's see. I'm aiming for these lows, this little equal highs here. I don't know if it's perfect, but there's liquidity there. We've taken this, so maybe we even get as far as up here. But let's see. This is a ranging market, so what we should have done is, you know, try to take a trade down here on the bottom end of this range. This is a paper trade account, guys, so I'm not worried. Live funds don't go into sideways markets unless there's something really standing out. So this fair value gap here is probably where we're going to bounce from. And we'll make it blue. And then we want to see a break above there. Take this off. Let's do our swing points. That's that one. And we're currently sitting with this one here. Alright, so we don't want to see price go below here. We want to see price bounce from there. Let's see. Yeah, so my buy is a bit of a late buy. I literally went live and then I jumped in. So, like I said, it's nothing A plus. We have tested here, but now I want to see some movement up. But like I said, nothing A plus here. And we're gonna read price action. That's basically what we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna see if there's anything. Okay, so there's nice equal highs here. So I'm just gonna equal highs. Be good if we see price actually go up through this up into those equal highs. I mean, how much is that? That's another 2.8. Well, I'm gonna leave it there and then see if we can manage the trade into that area. But for that, we need to start breaking structure, close nicely above them, and give us some good momentum to the upside. 24, 170. What is up at 170? Look, this is small candles. This is nothing major, so it might look decent if we zoom in, but yeah. So let's see. I'm gonna try and see if we can get to those equal highs up there. It's worth a try. Okay, so that's good. Has anybody taken any trades since we last streamed this AM? Any additional trades? Okay, someone just longed from the peak. Okay, someone made some money on the shorts. Going back and forth. Yep, if it's going back and forth like it has been since that push up, not worth taking any additional trades. Right, so what we've got here, a little bit of a push up through this high here, consolidating. There's a little bit of a punch into this fair value gap. I don't know if that's enough for this to break higher, but let's see. Expansion, consolidation. Hopefully then there's manipulation. I don't know how far the manipulation will be, but let's see. The only reason I looked at this is because we sweep liquidity here. I don't see any equal lows here. It's equal highs up here and some trend, liquidity up here. So let's see. Wait and see. Let's see. 1 hour. Let's see. What level is this? If we can get through this high here, then we'll see price move higher. But we're consolidating now, so it's not the best. Let's see. So this low is not protected. That high is not protected because this push here broke structure here from that point there. So that's the protected low. So we could run this low and not touch this one and then go higher, or we refuse to go higher, spike through it and then crash down to sell lower. But like we said, it's consolidation and it's slow consolidation. I don't think it's going to move anywhere fast. 830 was unemployment claims. I just want to look at something quickly. Where was 830? Was here. Yep, nothing much. Okay, so there's the sweep. to see it close higher here, or at least now go higher and leave this low here. Mark the sweeps out. Just to measure it. So there's the 50% there, and that's the fair value gap below 50%. But for us to keep this as a valid area, we need to see price move higher. Please go up to here. Right, so IFVG, if we close below this, yes, that would have been IFVG, but I would rather look at this IFVG, and this would be more A plus setup for me if we close above this, because we ran liquidity and we inversed. We'll make this a different color. Expect this to be an IFVG. Just ignore the name till we close through it. Okay, it's not going to close through it, so fair value gap. Remember, like I said, now we're stuck between two silly places, and we could see price move up and down here in this consolidation that started to fall. Hopefully we get some sort of momentum to push us through it, then it's fine. But if we're coming down, I mean, then it's just a silly trade. Ta-da. 20 points is this, 12 points. Geez, I can build a strategy out of this. When you're stuck between two fair value gaps, when you're in the top one, you sell it off to the bottom one. And vice versa. As we said, going down to the bottom. So what's happening now is we run lows, but we don't make any higher highs. That's building up liquidity, so we might even see this go maybe a bit lower. So there's going to be a time where it punches through. I don't know if it's going to continue or is it just going to punch through to come back. But I do think if we punch through, I'm most probably just going to close the trade and then see if we can find another opportunity. Come on, now bounce to the other side of the fair value gap. Strange. 10 points from there to there, and now 10 points from there up there. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you if you should close or hold or what. I'm just holding this trade, so when I get the opportunity, I'm gonna close mine, because this is not what I want to trade. So it's just gonna screw around. This trade already was not at the right place. If I added down here, yes, I could have taken it off already. I'm just holding because I know these highs will get taken at some point. Doesn't have to be now. It can happen tomorrow. This could drop, and yeah. The session is just going to be up and down, up and down. And if you're going to try to look for real trades in the session, you're going to be mistaken, because NFP is tomorrow, and yeah. Okay, let's see. Gosh. Yeah, I think tomorrow when it's NFP, I'm contemplating whether I should stream at 8:30 or 9:30. I'll have a look at how the market looks. I'll look at Asia and London to see if there's anything potential setting up. It might be a manipulation in London, and then New York, the actual move, or maybe it just continues going sideways, still New York. New York time. Everything that I'm gonna stream and do, and when I talk, it will be New York time. So 9:30 New York time. So yeah, so what you're gonna do is I'll schedule the live session for tomorrow, and just set that notification. I'll do it after the stream, and then if I change it, I don't know if you guys are up at 8:30 in the morning to see if the stream's starting earlier or if it's still going to be 9:30. But as it is now, I'll do it at 9:30, and yeah, that's not going to be a good trade. Okay, so let's take this off now. So this looks like manipulation. Maybe use this fair value gap. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so just on that, just to remind everybody, this is not financial advice. This is education. That trade that I had there was a paper trade, like I said earlier. Don't like to trade with live money in a market like this. If I was not going to stream, I would not even have looked at the market, to be honest. But we're here now. I mean, there's a breaker structure there, but there's no liquidity rates. So which tells me this could be a liquidity here and then a bounce back. I wanted to look at something where the VWAP is, or VWAP. So we're above the VWAP. Okay. Right, so we might bounce from here, going all the way back up there. And there's no swing point here for us to look for anything, but we shall see. Let's look at this swing point from here to there. Deep discount. It's the fair value gap below the 50%, so I don't know. If we form this swing point here and run this low and then close above there, then we're most probably going to go up there. Otherwise, just sit and wait. Okay, so anything can happen here because we ran the low here. We bouncing off this fair value gap after a break of structure. So now this low is important to us, this one here. Are we going to break through it? Or are we going to form a new high, stab through this one, and then close above there? Let's see. So let's see. What was this? Visuals. Right, so let's see. Nothing much happened yet. What time was this? Sorry guys, I'm looking at something else on my charts. See if I can find something for us. 29, 44. See if this works. Yes. Right, so that was a bit of a short, but we never got the short. Okay. Okay, let's see. There's the high. We just broke structure, and might be worth taking a long here and try take it up to there. And as you can see, I'm getting screwed on that as well. Alright, so why did I take this one? This was a swing point right there. Closed above it. This one is where we ran liquidity. And okay, well, this is why you can't trade with real money during these conditions. You will lose your accounts left, right, and center, and it's not worth it. 24,100. Okay, someone's in here. Let's see. Where do you normally put your stop if you buy in at 24,100? Because I'll be very surprised if I don't get stopped on this one. The chop is real, guys. The chop is real. Even if this trade actually bounced from here and go hit profit here, I'm not necessarily going to shout about it because there's nothing here of good context, you know, to say that was a good trade. So just so you all know, I want to see a break above here for price to go up there. And you guys will see when price struggles to get above swing points. I mean, I know it happened here, but there's a fair value gap here. Then, I mean, that's high resistance liquidity. That's a ranging market. It's all the bad stuff. The only thing that will move the market now is if Trump or someone tweets something that's a game changing, you know, with the current political situations. But yeah, it's very rare that you get one session that moves aggressively and then a second session after that, you know, continues strongly, especially from a New York perspective. Right, so momentum is turning bullish here, so let's see if we're actually going to get something. Just in case this thing decides to make a pop or something. And see, we're spiking through these highs. Refuse to close. Giving you hope and then it turns on you. Oh gosh. Little volume imbalance there, so I don't know if we want to stab in there and then go up, or what we want to do. Look, so far we made a low, higher high, higher low, higher high, so maybe this gradually move up the charts, but let's see. Come on, give us a push. All right, is there anything specific anybody wants me to talk about, to go through, to show you guys while we wait for something to happen here? Interesting. It's amazing how my entries can draw the perfect support and resistance lines. And I enter, it becomes resistance. Like now, see how we went up into my area and keep rejecting. Sure, if it was the other way around, it becomes support. And that's super interesting because I don't even think about it. Consolidation. So some people will see this as push up, bull flag, didn't close above there, so nobody would have entered, but now we're crashing down, so now everybody sees this as a bear flag. Now we're probably going to see a spike through this, stop me out, and then reverse to the other side. I mean, even this is enough for people to think, oh, we're going down and take shorts here, and hopefully that's the case. Then price should go to the other side. People put their stops right here. Are you talking about these swing points here as equal lows? Stop loss 24,075. 24. See, now we get that spike. Everybody thought we were going short here, and let's take a close there. And the reason I took a close because we're getting here, we might just drop from there again. All right, so you said 24,075. 075 is down here. Hey, and see, as I close, then we rally. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if we can get up here. All right, let's mark this out. Break of structure, protected low. And now we need to make another high. Let's see if that's going to be the swing point here. Then obviously break of structure. We're obviously going to go into this fair value gap. Boom. Okay, so got some movement. Maybe this is where we wanna. And the only reason I'm not taking this trade, we broke structure. That's great, but equal lows. Scares me a bit here because my luck I will long here and then this thing drop all the way down here because we ran all this highs now here and maybe we're going to continue sideways. But let's see how price actually moves in this fair value gap. Could bounce from here, yeah. If this close up, I'll take a long for a quick 10 points. But maybe we don't and we just run these lows down here. $145. Yeah, for now, I want to see a reaction here in order to target this high. But just gonna take that fair value gap off there and use this one. See how we're holding that 50% of that fair value gap, which is great. Right, we're forming a swing low here. So swing low here, expand, swing high, swing low. In theory, this should be the next target. Let's try it and see. See if we're right. And then obviously this should hold. This is not protected yet, but I would like to see this move up. Just gonna move that one up a bit because I want to see how we close above here. If we close nicely out of it, then we might target something up here. Definitely a strong up close needed, and not a spiky move. Oops, that's not ideal. We need to break through that. We need to close above it. I'm just taking that one off there. I don't like these spiky closes. I might be wrong, but that's fine. What did I do? It was I want to see some sort of a bounce here. Come on, I know you want to bounce here. Refuse to break that structure there. Refuse. There's no further gap here, so my worry is that this could come down here to take this low out. Protected low still all the way down here. I'm going to move this up anyways. We haven't closed through it yet, so that's a bit of a pity here. So. Come on, give us that push up. See if we're lucky. Huh? Hey guys, don't forget to like this video. So it obviously helps with the algo and YouTube and all of that. Now we're consolidating again. Hey, it's teasing us. Da-da-da. Okay, so we're in a macro time frame now, which is that 10 minutes before the hour and 10 minutes after the hour, and let's see if we can get some sort of push here. I wonder if this will actually want to go to this equal highs up here. Interesting. Wonder. Well, we'll keep an eye and see. If I put my glasses on, I'll see better. Come on, I know you want to break through and do something up here. And yeah, I think we could maybe, if it wasn't for the consolidation, I would have said I think we could get to these equal highs, but that's fine. If we don't, then so be it. Let's see if we can get this 580. Come on, nice close there. Give us that push. Okay, so now, oh gosh. This low should be protected. So we could actually put a stop down there. Okay. Oh gosh, did we miss my... Okay. Got that one, and now it's obviously gonna do its thing. Remember, if we close above here, I think those equal highs will then be in our reach. But let's see. So if there's one thing that will always keep you on side is, you know, obviously looking at price where, like in this case, liquidity got run here, and then there's your break of structure there, and then take a short. That should protect it high. This one here. Gosh, this one here. Sorry, I'm just trying to show you. If you stick to the basic, wait for price to run liquidity like it did here. Nice rejection, and there's a low, but there's a swing point. The first swing point that get broken there with a nice strong candle. You can take a short there. If you take a short there, your stop is there, and then you can look for, I mean, there's liquidity right here, these two lows, and as price progress, break structure here, your stop moves to there, break structure there, you stay there. When you break structure down here, your stop goes there, and your stop go there till you hit the target. So you would never have been, your stop would never have been in trouble, you know, just trading it from there. So here we're running a high here. For us to even consider a short now, we need to break this level here. I can tell you guys, this was the one thing that was a big turning point in my trading. regardless of the strategy and all of that, this is the key thing for me to know. I've lost money before. I could never understood or understand why. I mean, here I've got a fair value gap that get inversed. Yeah, sure, you can take the inverse here, put your stop there, and but this thing could turn around and pop higher from here, because in this move down, there's no structure that's been broken yet. But if this thing comes down and close below here, I guess my target then would be these equal lows. Geez, okay, top of the channel. I don't trade channels, but I believe you. Right, so now this low here, the swing point here, is critical. So I'm not gonna, or maybe I should trade it to show you guys, but maybe not. Let's just see. So I'm going to show you guys, if you follow structure, you can actually manage a trade nicely by just following structure. So that's a swing point there. According to, if we're bullish, this low here should hold, and this should maybe could spike below that low and then continue higher. But because we inverse now and there's a swing point here, if this thing closes aggressively lower, we're most probably going to just go lower from there. And if we want to go, if this is truly bullish, we're now consolidating, so we would see some sort of a spike and close, not taking close below that low, and then see some sort of move higher. Still holding longs. Okay. Right, so let's see. Are we going to pin it, or are we going to monster through it? Okay, let's see. There's the pin. I'm actually not going to do it. It's very close to a pin. It did close below it, but I don't trust it. Alright, so one thing I want to tell you guys, and I truly mean this, if anybody on this chat tells me I am long or I'm short, and I say argument's sake, someone tells me I'm long, I look at it and I shake my head and I'm saying, nope, I'm going short. That's not enough for you to turn around and say, oh, you're wrong, and switch your bias. You need to be comfortable and trusting your process to determine your trade and your direction, regardless of what I say. And I'm going to do exactly the same. I don't care if ICT sits in front of me and tells me the market's going to rally. If my process, my strategy, or my view is to sell, I'm going to sell. If the market rallies and he was right, then good for him. If it dumps, that's fine and good for me. So I use a bunch of strategies. My main or my core strategy is an RCT strategy. And the strategy is simple. I look for liquidity. I trade from liquidity to liquidity. And I look for liquidity that gets run. Then I want to see aggressive, but it needs to be done in an aggressive manner and reject aggressively as well. Then I'm going to look for a structure break, which we're looking at now. And then I'm going to look for a fair value gap in if it's a short, in premium, if it's a long, in discount. Then I'm going to take my trade there, and then I'm going to manage it the way you guys are seeing how I'm managing trades now. And then I'm just targeting the opposite liquidity. But then obviously there's a bunch of other things that I look at to gauge whether I'm stuck in consolidation or what have you. So that's in a nutshell what it is. And I'm not trading order blocks and all this other fancy stuff from RCT. It's too much over analysis. I like to keep it simple and then just trade it like that. And that's how I make money. So, I mean, pretty much and see how this low actually held. This is our next candidate for a break of structures up there. There's no swing points here. There's a swing point forming there now. So what I want to see is, are we gonna create a little swing point here to break this one, and then you can only target this one. But then we need to close above there if we want to go higher. So based on what I just said, guys, if you don't trust your own strategy or the way you trade or what you look, so for instance, for example, someone said it's at a channel. I don't trade channels, but I know people that is trading it very successfully. So if channels are your thing, then I'm not going to criticize it or say it doesn't work. I'm just saying whatever you choose, make sure you know the ins and outs of that, whether it's channels or whatever. Then you can make money from it. If you know when to use a channel and when not to use a channel and how to manage your risk around a channel, then I don't see the reason why you can't be profitable. Right, so now we see we're struggling to get up there again. We ran down here. We slightly broke structure here. I didn't like that. I normally like a nice solid close. And sure enough, we bounced from there. I'm going to look at this one here and see if we want to do something. Let's just see. From 9 to 10, market moves a lot, SA time. Yeah, because it's, 9 to 10 is I think it's the final hour. But yeah, I don't like to trade into that final hour. I've seen that final hour do some funny stuff. We need to get this candle to close above there, then it's 2 breaker structures, then it's good to go long. But the fact that that happens tells me we might get there, but in a very slow fashion, or this low here is important for us. Now this low is, always have to mark out the highs and lows to know where you are. almost looks like we're going to get to these equal highs, but just very, very slowly. Right, so in this example here, we stuck in the middle between equal lows and equal highs. Normally, I would say don't touch a trade till you hit one of the two. Because if you hit this one, it's a very good chance that it might turn around and target the opposite. But not this time of day, and also not, I mean, in a ranging market, it makes sense to go from there to there. So okay, there's a little fair value gap. Okay, so this is a protected low. We broke structure here, but we haven't broke the structure up there yet. What's happening? See right in there, so maybe now we see a push. And I'm actually going to do the buy here because we bounced in there, took that low, and see if we can get 10 points out of this. Ta-da! Come on. Yeah, so the next candle definitely need to close up and not down. Then I'll be happy with it too. That's not bad. Testing 50% of that wick. Don't like this little doji things. There we go. Okay, so another one in. That's fine. This is a key level, this one here. If we close above here, then that equal highs is in our reach. But let's see if this is gonna close. See if we can get a pullback here. Geez, I need more than that. Okay, so I'm not going to jump in that. Okay, so we're getting there. Let's try another punch in there. protected here. This low. Da, 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 da. Yeah, this fair value gap is obviously gonna mean something. Let's see. This low is important. This high is important. Oh gosh. Break a structure. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, let's see if we get the bounce. I wonder if this thing would actually go all the way to this equal highs. I wonder. Okay, so there's a nice bump in there. Now I want to see price go higher. Maybe it takes it out again. %50 is right there. They should be in it now. Okay, so let's see. And again, I mean, just taking it like this, that's lining up with that 50% of that fair value gap. So that's a good entry. But now we need a swing low to form here and break structure there. We don't want to get below that. If that's going to stop us out there, then so be it. But I'm not going to entertain a bigger dump than that. This is not good already, so let's see. Let us see. Thing is, if you mark out the protected lows, sometimes you'll get aggressive moves close to it and then turn around to go the other side. And yeah, so I'm happy to take a loss here because then you might even come down here, down to there. Okay, let's see. Obviously, again, some stupid entries. I need to work on these entries, these momentum entries. I keep getting caught up here. Just gonna have to sit and wait for these bloody fair value gaps. Don't even know why I'm doing this. Okay, well that 50% is holding as resistance now. See how strong this protected low is. That's probably going to take us out there. Alright, so we out on that one. Now let's see where we go from here. And that gives us a break of structure right there. Well, not yet. Gosh. Let's see how it is closed. Maybe this is just for running liquidity and then bounce again. Obviously, I'm not going to enter any trades now. or the remainder of the session. Yeah, it's probably going to be at running that swing point. Oh gosh, what happened? Oh. Okay, so this is obviously not breaker structure. So we need to see where it wants to break structure. I think this is going to want to come down to these equal lows. And I'll show you why. This is the range, pretty much the top end of the range, then coming down to the bottom end of the range. Might be wrong, I hope so. For those who's got longs. And because we missed this level and then turn around, break structure here. So, but we live on. I think next week is probably FOMC again. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see next week. Yes, FOMC. Oh, gosh. But we will find some good trades. Little structure break there, but where would you sell? I mean, this is probably the fair value gap that you want to sell, and see if we close. If we close below this, I guess we're probably gonna run there to this 24,100 level. Stick around for another 10 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to end this. So let's see. It's not going to be a PM session tomorrow. I need the AM. It's amazing to look at this and see in a consolidation we were down, up, down, so pretty much flat, or maybe actually down, not flat. If you would have traded this, well, at least I would. Don't know, maybe you guys made money. If we get a nice solid candle down close here, I think we're gonna go to those equal lows. See, like that. Bump a little bit more. Nope. I need you to close Stronger, lower, yes, yes, no, not that spike there, it's respecting that level. So all right, let's see. Let's take my mouse off that because it's obviously not looking like liquidity. If that closed above that, that would have been a nice momentum close, but nothing yet. All these mixed signals. There's your breaker structure. There's your protected swing. Now you want to look at this one here. See if you want to bounce from here. I want to take a long, but I also don't know. And again, I see these equal lows, equal highs. I promise you, like I said earlier, stuck in the middle, exactly at that equilibrium. The best thing is to wait for price to run a liquidity pool and then target the other way. Because even if, this is how you make money just doing this by waiting. If you marked equal lows here, equal highs there, and price comes and run these equal lows, your target could easily be 50% of that range. Because what price normally do is normally get stuck in any 50% of those ranges if it doesn't want to move. If it wants to move, it will go through the 50 to the other side. If it don't want to move, it will go to 50 and hang around. And obviously, if we close aggressively below it, then you'll probably continue going in that direction. So again, there's 3 scenarios. 2 of them will put you in the money and 1 wouldn't. Right, so now we're closing breaking structures on both sides. Now it looks like we want to close below this one. This is probably where short will come in. We're going to take a short here and try to see if we can see some energy pushing us lower here. Maybe not. I was hoping for that push down. Come on, I know you want to push down. Yes, baby. Oh. come on, see, we're spiking through these things, we don't close. Little fair value gap there. See if that will hold price down, or we're just going to go back to the other side. Just running people on both sides and just keep them consolidated in the middle. Alright, let's look at the fair value gap here. Boom, boom, boom. Gosh, I really thought that candle's going to close below it. So let's see now. If we have a nice look at close here, I'll move my stop to there and see if we can get down there. Alright, chat. Anything interesting happening on your sides? Gosh, I hope it's not with real money though. Yeah, as long as you guys understand how our price moves, and also, yeah, demo is good. Yeah, so obviously, once you follow, a specific set of rules, then there shouldn't be anything to panic about. But this is not the condition you want to trade in, and I think we're all clear on that. Because you can see exactly, if we had real money on this, I mean, we would have bought. I mean, there's no fair value gap there to buy. You would have got stopped here. We might get stopped up here, and then we walk away with a loss or losing session at least. Okay, now we're moving up again. The pullback was right back and 50%. Yeah, so price is just stuck in that 50% range. It might now in the last 30 minutes do some crazy stuff, maybe run both liquidity at the same time or something. Who knows? And this is also the time when we're stuck at a 50%, this thing can go even sideways with smaller candles. Then it's obviously not worth anything. I mean, it's inversed this little fair value gap. Theory should collapse the trade and not hold on to it, refuse to break structure here, and don't know what it will do there. on, show us the power of shorts. Yeah, give us some. So one thing I'm feeling is, because we got this nice big black candles, didn't close below this, and then get all these little tiny candles. That's more like a pullback of energetic move, but hasn't broke structure. So hopefully we get a push again down here. 134. Yeah, that's equal lows at the break of structures. Come on, let's push it down. We can do it. You can do it. We all can do it. I think we might just punch through this and then go back in consolidation. Just going to take a straight off there, go through that level, and then it's most probably going to drop all the way down to there, and then I'm out of the trade. Right, I think if this trade kicks me out, then I'll end this session, and then we'll get back tomorrow again, and then see if there's an opportunity after non-farm. Gosh, now it's probably going back to the other side. Alright, no, I think this thing is not going anywhere. I think what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks for your support again, and thanks for joining. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll get some better price action tomorrow. And yeah, don't do some crazy stuff now. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, and till we speak again, take care. Bye bye.